So, you're planning on taking a trip to Antelope Canyon and you don't know, should you do Upper Antelope Canyon, Lower Antelope Canyon? Well, lucky for you, I've done both and I'm gonna tell you which one is the best. Straight up, in my opinion, Lower Antelope Canyon is the better of the two canyons. Now, that doesn't mean that Upper Antelope Canyon isn't great, and potentially maybe even Upper Antelope Canyon is the right one for you. So let's quickly go over the pros and cons of both Lower and Upper Antelope Canyon and figure out which one you should do, and you can make that final decision. So first, let's go over Lower Antelope Canyon, which is the one we just got back from doing. It was my first time doing Lower Antelope Canyon. I did Upper Antelope Canyon 2 years ago. The first pro of Lower Antelope Canyon is that you get to walk straight down into the canyon from the tour guide office. So you park, you walk in, you check in, you hang out in the back, and then they call you when your tour time is about to start and you check in and everything. But then literally you take a 5-minute walk. Right here, I'll put a picture of where you walk to the entrance. So you do have to wait in a line, which is just part of the game. You know, you do have two different Lower Antelope Canyon tours going on at the same time. You have Dixie's, and then I think the other one is Ken's, I'm pretty sure. And we did Dixie's Lower Antelope Canyon. So that is the first pro, because the con of Upper Antelope Canyon is that you have to take a truck ride from the tour office to Upper Antelope Canyon. It's a bit of a bumpy ride, and the day we went, it was windy, it was super dusty. It's just, you know, it's an extra thing you have to do. So that's the first pro of Lower Antelope Canyon. The second one is that, in my opinion, it's just straight up a better canyon. So it's shaped like a V opposed to Upper, which is shaped like an A. So being that it's shaped like a V means that it's tighter at the bottom, and so you actually kind of feel like you're walking through this maze. You know, you're constantly like taking these turns, and you kind of get like squeezed in at some points, not like too much that you can't like get past obviously, but it's a cool feeling. It's a really cool canyon. So that is the second pro of Lower Antelope Canyon. I just think it's a cooler canyon. And so I guess the third one, which kind of ties into the second one, is that Lower Antelope Canyon is about twice as long as Upper Antelope Canyon. So you're gonna get twice as long in the canyon, which gives you more time just to hang out, experience the greatness of the canyon, take more pictures, and just overall get your money's worth. Which leaves us to our last point, I guess our fourth pro of Lower Antelope Canyon, is that the Lower Antelope Canyon tour is literally half the price. So I have it pulled up here on my computer. Lower Antelope Canyon is $73 a person, at least for the day I'm looking at right now. Upper Antelope Canyon, they actually have the regular times and then they have the peak hours. I just clicked on the regular time, so this is the cheaper of the two, $136. So for half the price at Lower Antelope Canyon, you get the better canyon, you get twice as long down there, you don't have to take a bumpy ride to get to the Upper Antelope Canyon. So that is kind of my quick analysis of Lower Antelope Canyon. Upper Antelope Canyon, now maybe you're saying, you know, okay, all these great things you just said about Lower, why would I even consider Upper? Well, the thing about Lower Antelope Canyon is that you have to take multiple staircases down into the canyon, which I think is really, really cool. Now, some of the stairs get very narrow, almost kind of like, I don't know, like a ladder, you know, like very small steps. So I guess I'm just thinking, you know, if you're older and maybe you can't walk as well, like I think about like my grandparents perhaps, maybe that's not the right choice for you, because even for me, like, I mean, I felt safe, but I'm like, this is a little sketch, you know what I mean? And we actually saw a group of girls that I think turned around and left because I think that they were scared. That is, I guess, depends how you look at it. It's a pro and a con. That's why it's called Lower Antelope Canyon, because it's below ground level. Upper Antelope Canyon is above ground level. So you take that truck ride to get to Upper Antelope Canyon, and then you just get out of the truck and you walk straight through. There's no stairs or anything to get into the canyon. However, when you get to the back, the end of Upper Antelope Canyon, I think there is a little staircase that you take up that loops you back around to where you park the cars. So I'll put that here. You can kind of see where all the cars are parked, where they drop you off, and then there is a little staircase. So I don't believe it's like handicap accessible or anything like that. You know, if it's hard for you to get around, I would say maybe go with Upper. And look, Upper has great views. I think the reason it's more expensive is because they have to have these trucks, so they have additional cost opposed to just walking essentially in their backyard of the tour office and just letting you walk downstairs. So, and then also there's been some famous pictures taken there that sold for millions of dollars that might play a part. But anyways, overall, I just want to make this a really quick video because there's a lot of videos out there that are like 20, 30 minutes long. So I would say go to Lower Antelope Canyon as long as you're capable of going downstairs and you're not scared of them, because they are pretty narrow at some points. But as long as you use your hands and you hold on, you'll be fine, in my opinion. So my last point is, depending on where you're coming from, I don't know, you might be traveling from across the world, you might be coming from the East Coast, you might be coming from, you know, a different country. If you have the option to do both, I would do both, just because one, it's cool to experience both canyons, and two, I guess it's just cool to be able to say you did both of them. You can compare them. Maybe you like upper more. This is just my opinion, you know what I mean? Luckily for me, I'm in the Phoenix area. I'm only about 4 hours away, so I can essentially go up there whenever I want. That being said, I just want to make this a quick video to try to help you guys out and for you to decide, you know, which one's right for you, upper or lower. If you have any more questions, please just ask me down in the comments, and I'd be more than happy to help you with your questions, and hopefully you go out there and you have a great time. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.